Bucket a hole's a hole, you know.
Love is love. How dare you? Yeah.
The world has wrought this upon themselves.
The actual fuck, man.
Fuck my fucking ass.
Dude, seriously, so we have had a fucking hell of a day.
Yeah, we really have, yeah.
Yeah, the last episode we recorded had to be PG because we're working on some mass distribution.
Yeah, and I appreciate people wanting to be involved in the show and the potential listeners we have, but fuck, I felt so fake. Like, yeah, I didn't like it.
Like, we didn't say cream pie once.
That's not even. We didn't say cream pie. I didn't say anything.
No, there was no cream pie.
Nothing.
There's no fist fucking.
No.
There's no giraffe pussy.
Woof.
Like, absolutely fucking none.
The lack of animals is disturbing.
It was fucking infuriating. Welcome to the smoke pit.
Hey. There was no drinking.
We were drinking.
I know.
Wholesome biblical water.
Yeah, that's right. Biblical water.
It was blessed on high.
I don't know. The whole thing felt derivative and fake, and I didn't like it. And now we're back to our disgusting, irreverent selves, and I feel better.
Yeah, it was just like when you like meet a girl for the first time, and you don't want her to know that you're just like a cream pieing animal with like a massive body count.
Sure.
And so you have to like show her your representative.
All right. Well, I mean, all first dates are just interviews, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't meet the person, you meet their representative.
100%.
Like, who they want you to think they are. And if the guy or the girl uses a bunch of big words that they just Google previous to that.
Yeah.
Or, if they, it's just like, oh, yeah, like, I totally fucking love horse riding. And they're like Googling the fucking famous equestrians.
And just like, yes, indubitably.
Yeah, so they're getting them guts.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Hi, so my name is Daniel Sharp.
Hello, Daniel.
I am the host of this show, and my co-host is Mike Sensi.
That's me.
He's a very handsome man.
Thanks, buddy.
However...
Woof.
However...
How are you going to... Okay, go ahead.
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
I am wearing a T-shirt representing our sister show.
Yeah.
Yes, the She podcast. It's Sierra Hotel Echo.
We care about them very much.
Very much so. Yeah. Very much so.
And I meant more so was on your head.
On my head?
Yeah, what are you wearing on your head?
Oh, it's a hat with the greatest state in the world emblem on it.
Why are you not wearing this?
My crown?
It sets down a crown.
It sets down a crown for those listening.
Visually impaired.
Because I like this hat.
Okay. I mean, I can't wear it because I don't rate it.
You don't rate it, and as somebody who does rate it, I'm going to keep this hat. I like this hat.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, UnitedStatesOfIndiana.com. Check them out.
Free
plug.
Are they a new sponsor?
No, they are not.
You know who is a fucking new sponsor?
Who is that, Daniel?
Grill your ass off.
Fuck yeah, they are.
They are a great seasoning company. Use our discount code SmokePit to save yourself some money. They have like 10 different seasonings. One of them's named Pop Smoke. It's a fajita seasoning.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah, actually.
I don't. Well,
as a man who normally eats DoorDash,
that's true.
You know, very rarely cooks his own meals.
Never. Yo, so speaking of that, I fucking did a big boy thing, and I got a local food prepping business.
Yeah.
And I ordered. It's like $130 a week for like 3 meals a day, like a really good deal considering. And so I ordered them last week, and the food has still not gotten there. So I literally... I
tried to eat healthy.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm not going to go grocery shopping because I have fucking meal preps coming. Yeah. And I ordered it. I spent all the money. And then now I'm just sitting there like, okay, it'll be delivered in the next like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, okay, word. So like door dashing.
Cool.
I was like, yeah, cool. My last meals or whatever. And to this day, not delivered.
To this day.
For all those meme lords out there.
Speaking of meme lords, you guys may have heard in the news that the first crime in space was just committed.
Really?
Yeah. This astronaut, she was up there, and she had a falling out with her estranged wife, and decided to EP what? She hacked a bank account.
Yeah, took over a bank account.
Yeah, took over a bank account, stuff like that. So this is considered to be the first crime in space.
Nice.
So not only did women commit the first crime on Earth, but then they also committed the first crime in space.
Can't be trusted.
And you know what the really infuriating part about this whole situation was?
What's that?
Is the fact that this is all your fault.
My fault?
Yeah, because if you had cream pied her,
Jesus Christ,
like you were supposed to,
none of this would have happened. First off, Like there was some superior master plan for me to cream pie this obvious lesbian who's now an astronaut.
I mean, what she choose or not to identify as is her business, sir.
She had a wife.
Thank you.
She had a wife. I'm guessing lesbian.
I mean, she could have been bi.
Whatever.
How dare you put her in a box? She's an astronaut.
We'll chalk it up as my Starship blooper.
Oh,
space jokes.
Space
fuck
jokes.
yourselves. We can cuss again.
Oh, fuck.
God, man. I didn't like the last episode. Not because of the content. Content was fine. It was actually really well done.
Oh, we're studs.
Yeah, we're consummate professionals. But
Yeah.
holy fuck. I couldn't say anything.
Yeah, like I'd set him up for a great joke, and you just fart.
Well, I was nervous. I was
like,
cornered.
we gotta edit
It's like
that
a
out.
helpless animal. So actually, I did want to do a story. You know what? I'm going to let you read it. This is one of our buddies in my DMs. I told you this story in person, but I want you to read it.
Okay. So this guy's a friend of yours?
Yeah, he's a friend of ours. Friend of the show.
Okay, so I'm assuming if he's a friend of yours, this is how he talks. Yeah, bruh, so I was
Shut
just
the
banging
fuck
this ratchet, pointy-ass fucking clawed nail fucking hoe. Want to play
Read
a
it
little...
so people can hear it. Jesus
Okay.
Christ. He wants this story on the show. So it is funny. While this thing Dan's about to read just happened, instead of like consulting a doctor or going to the ER, which he was doing, he emailed me just so we can go on the show.
Yeah, as our team medic
Exactly. Jesus Christ.
is out of the country. I meant AJ. I'm glad that you...
Oh. Is AJ the team medic
Yeah,
officially?
yeah,
Okay.
he's-
I mean, he has the most
medical training.
medical training.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
an EMT. And it's funny because like I had blood clots in my lungs and I almost died, and so I'm on blood thinners.
Weird
and,
brag, but okay.
No, but this goes into the story. And so there's medications I can take and medications I can't take. And so whenever we travel somewhere, AJ has like a med kit, and like so the pills I can take, have like green labels.
Oh, that's
the pills
right.
I
I've seen
can't
this.
take
Yeah, it is fun.
have the red labels. And whenever we go through customs,
Yeah.
like they open up his shit because he always gets randomly screened because like he's been to all these places. So like, what the fuck? Why are you so tall and bearded?
Exactly,
And
yeah.
good at eating veg. Like, well-known
Allegedly.
facts, you know?
Allegedly, yeah.
This is a scientific fact, good sir.
That's true.
Okay, I have conducted studies.
Mm.
Learned doctor.
God damn it.
And so like the thing is like they're going through his things and they're pulling out like his belongings and it's just like, okay, these Magnum condoms for his massive dong,
Mantis toboggan.
and they pull out this fucking like bandolier of medication with like different color coordinated and stuff, and I'm just sitting there and he like points over at me and starts doing some like pantomiming, and like death motions and like
I've seen it's like a gun belt like of medication.
Yeah,
it's pretty ridiculous.
And he's like pointing over at me and whatever fucking creature is working at TSA who has no knowledge or comprehension of whatever the fuck he's saying.
Literally zero.
Yeah, he's just like, I wasn't cool enough to join the Marine Corps, so I work at TSA. Shout out to Terminal Lance for that joke.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's important to fucking credit people.
Yeah.
When you steal their joke.
1,000%.
I mean, if it's stealing, then I mean, it kind of negates the fact of crediting.
Nah.
Did you get my fucking point?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you fucking losers.
You're going to be insulted by my own inadequacy. So he's pointing over at me and like pantomiming the TSA agent, and the dude's just like, this guy's a terrorist.
Yeah.
So then he gets the anal probe.
100%.
And then he comes fucking gimping out. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm always getting probed. And I'm just like, yeah, it's nothing to do with the fact that I'm always like, that guy.
Exactly, yeah.
Boombala. Which is so fucking offensive when you're overseas. Like, because you don't know fucking, Pashtun or Farsi or Arabic or whatever fucking dialect there is. There's tons of dialects over there. And so you're like an asshole doing fucking like charades.
Right.
And it's like how people like think that like if they just put L in the beginning and O at the end, it's a Spanish word. Where L-O is El bathroom O. It's like the same thing with Arabic.
Speaking el factos.
Yeah. Like, mister, you Alibaba?
Yeah.
No Alibaba.
No Alibaba.
You Alibaba. Yeah, because Alibaba and the 40 Thieves was a very famous story for those of you who aren't learned doctors.
Exactly. Or don't watch Aladdin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was that, the third one? Mm-hmm. Or was the third one Return of Jafar?
No, Return of Jafar was the second
one. That didn't have Robin Williams, so it was trash.
And the Prince of Thieves, third one.
And the Prince of Thieves was the third one. Yeah, so, asking if they were Alibaba.
Is it Den of Thieves or Prince of Thieves?
I think it was Prince of Thieves.
Ooh, I think it was
EP, can you look
it up? I think it's Den
Aladdin
of Thieves.
3?
And the 40 Thieves? What am I thinking of?
EP, hurry. The gangbang you were in the other day? Like,
yeah, but there was no more than 30 people.
And they were
definitely not. Yeah.
King of Thieves.
What was it?
King of Thieves.
King of Thieves.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing they stole was my heart.
That's right. Yeah. And my guns.
Yeah, and so we're like, Mister, you Alibaba.
Yeah.
Like, no Alibaba. And like the consequences of these fucking line of questioning, because if they were like, what?
Yeah. Right.
Like, don't immediately deny it. You know, they get fucking arrested, and like the life expectancy in Iraqi prison is like 3 years.
Yeah,
Terrible
yeah.
conditions. You know, it's like fucking trying to survive EP Mike's bedroom.
Oof. Good
Like,
luck.
You know,
Good luck getting in there.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy because like I see women walk in there, they don't come out,
I've never seen any leave.
and then he just walks out with like 2 weirdly shaped briefcases.
Yeah.
And then
He's like-
somehow has a fucking convertible Mercedes.
Yeah, and he has a
like,
passport. He's like, I'll be gone for a while.
like, where are you getting all this money?
Yeah, exactly. He's
What
like,
does it smell of iron in
He's
the
like,
air?
L, don't worry about it, O.
None of your L business, oh. On my way to El Mexico. I'm like, okay, that one works.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
fair
that
enough.
flies. That flies. And man, this is already so much a better episode.
Yeah, I feel free.
Yeah, I feel free.
I feel free to be myself.
Yeah, and so there's one dude we had accused of being a terrorist.
Mm.
Like, you imagine that if you're just like walking down the street and like a cop is like, "Are you a bad guy?" And I'm like, "Wait, what? No,
Yeah.
like
It's like-
you're a bad guy. No,
He
I'm not."
hesitated. Yeah, exactly.
You hesitated.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what like stop and frisk was in New York.
100%. Yeah.
Like, you fucking criminal.
Yeah. You fit the description.
How much pot have you smoked?
Yeah. How many pots have you smoked today?
Of all the marijuanas you've clearly smoked today, what was your least favorite?
I don't know. Probably the last one. I got you.
I
bitch.
got you, bitch. Like I saw a billboard that was like drug dealers turn in your competition, anonymous tips here.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
Oh fuck, man!
Woof.
Like, good idea, man.
Snitches.com.
Like, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, and so this guy, we had accused him of being a terrorist pretty much every day for like 4 months, and he's just like out on his porch, just doing terrorist things.
Yeah, of course.
And we're like, Mr. You Alibaba. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one day his kid was there, and he kind of like irreverently points at the kid,
Yeah.
and he's just like, him Alibaba. And at this point, it kind of become like a joke, like we're gonna go to this house and like accuse Fidel of
Right.
being fucking Alibaba, and it was just kind of like one of those things that make you feel good,
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen that day because like he was out planning an ID or whatever,
Yeah.
you miss him, and you're like, oh man.
The level of commitment they have to throwing children under the bus in those countries is baffling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at that point, like, I got a big grin on my face, and I was like, okay, like, he's finally playing along.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and.
He's yes anding, yeah.
And I was like, oh, Alibaba? And I
Yeah.
pointed at the kid, and he's like, yes, Mr. Alibaba. And, like, the kid looks up, he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh! And
Yeah.
so, like, I fucking reached down, and I pulled my flexi cuffs
Yeah.
off my Molly gear, and I very heavily footed, like, stomped towards him,
Yeah.
like an angry stormtrooper. And, like, my buddy Shane, he fucking, and he's like,
Yeah.
like, with me. And so we're, like, very aggressively walking towards this kid with our flexi cuffs and our guns and shit. And he just looks straight up at the sky, and he's like, and just starts bawling. And then his dad starts laughing. We start laughing. Probably one of the most traumatizing moments of this kid's life.
So it's actually really funny. Have I told the story on the show? I know I've told you about the village elder that threw the kid under the bus.
Like,
Maybe.
literally?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Well, our listeners haven't heard.
I don't know. I tell so many stories on the show. Fast forward if you heard this. If not, hear it again because I'm a natural born storyteller. So there was 1-3 Alpha Company had the same route all the time. Foot patrol
Complacency kills.
Complacency kills. And so they had this one kid. I mean, kids always throw rocks in those countries, whether you're mounted or not in a convoy, and they're just the worst. And so they're constantly throwing rocks. But there was this one kid who was like an especial bastard and especially accurate. Like, this kid was a nuisance. This kid was a problem.
He's going to be a sniper in 10 years.
100%. And so
Once he turned 14.
and so one of the corporals went up to the village elder and he's like, look, man, he's like, we walk through this village all the fucking time for you people. He's like, get this kid under control or we're going to cuff him. And so he told the terp, and he went over and blah, blah, the words were exchanged, and the terp came up with the village elder, and the village elder, like, he looked very sad and like defeated, and he nodded to the terp, and the terp like went back to the corporal, was like, all right, the village elder has decided you may kill the boy. And the corporal's like, what? No, what the fuck? No. He's like, I just want him to stop throwing rocks, and the village elder just kept nodding like, yeah, you can kill him.
Yes, please kill
yes,
him.
Alibaba, yeah. So...
Look, I'm not going to lie. I meant to pull out, but things
exactly,
happen.
Yeah.
Like,
This kid was a mistake from the beginning.
Yep.
You may kill the boy. That's one of my favorite stories ever.
you may kill the boy. So we we're towards the end of a second deployment, and have I told the Operation Liberation story with the cow?
Yeah, maybe, but tell it again.
EP Mike? Okay, so I think this fits in really well. So we're on this mission. It's balls hot. Like, we just been in a firefight like the day before. That was pretty fucking crazy. And I had this fucking rocket that I've been carrying around for like a week.
Did you get to fire it?
No, not.
Oh my god!
I got to shoot a car with a rocket earlier in the deployment.
Yeah.
And so like when I got issued again, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like,
yeah. 2 for 2.
Yeah, about to be 2 for 2. You know, like having a threesome. You know, like you have high expectations.
That's right. Yeah.
For all the slutty people who out there who have had threesomes.
Yeah, you gross fucks.
Yeah. And no, I highly recommend just making love to one person that you care about.
That's right.
After you've had several threesomes to know what you like, you know?
Exactly.
Because you owe it to that person to like be a little experienced.
That's why I only make love to Dan.
Yep. And so, for those of you in Indonesia, calm your tits.
Yep.
That's a reference to an episode where we had foreign listeners who had several questions.
All the questions.
Yeah, and so I had this rocket, and I didn't get to fucking shoot it. I'm literally on the fucking rooftop, and like, we're not the army. We don't just waste ammo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to just arbitrarily shoot this, because what if we need it later?
Right.
And if my recklessness ends up getting the squad killed, like, I'm going to be a ghost, and I'm going to be tormented. Maybe like one of those anime ghosts.
Yeah.
You know, just tentacles in my ass. Like, I'm like, but why? And they're like, you know why?
Exactly. You're like, fair.
And the tentacles are just rockets. It's very poetic.
Nobody steal that anime. I'm drawing.
EP Mike, fucking copyright that shit right now. And so it's hot as fuck, and like everybody's going a little fucking like a little stir crazy.
Sure.
You know? Like we're about to get out of there. It's supposed to be the last mission. And we're walking through this fucking field, and there's the most pitiful fucking looking cow we've ever seen in our life. Like, this motherfucker looks like he needs some Jesus.
Yeah.
And because he's been getting Allah, and that shit hadn't been working.
Right.
Like, you need some Jesus.
Try Jesus. Now with vitamin C.
Yeah. Extra Christianity.
That's right. Ooh. Nice.
I'm sure that'll make your Indiana listeners happy.
They love me. Goddamn, who's your hero?
And so we're going through, and my buddy Pat McKenna, he is in charge of the team that's adjacent to me. And because at this point we were just doing like bounding Overwatch, not satellite patrolling, because that's not what fucking satellite patrolling is.
We've discussed this.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Let it go, Daniel. Let it go.
And so we're bounding Overwatch, and we have the little personal roll radios to PRRs, and my team's over here. And we're coming up to this compound, and it's kind of like a farmland. There's like a little fucking complex of like little mud huts, like all strung together, and like a field, and it's all fucking like swampy and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And all I hear is, "Commence Operation Liberation."
Oof.
Over the radio. And I was like, what the fuck is this asshole doing? You know, like, and then I look over, and I see McKenna's team, and I think it was like 4 of them, and they're like buddy rushing, like moving tactically between like little pieces of like terrain, you know, like a mountain of cow shit, a broken tractor,
right?
Like they're tactically moving up, like they're about to assault this house.
I'm up, they see me, I'm covered in cow shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? At this point, like I just like stood up, and I'm like, I don't even care if I get shot by a sniper. Going on? You know, like my fucking my then wife's probably cheating on me anyways, just like somebody take her out, so she doesn't spend all my SGLI money on fucking abortions and
Jesus,
Plan B.
take the benefits.
Yeah. And so I'm just watching this. I'm like, what the fuck are these assholes doing? And so they fucking bound up to this this place, and there was like a cow there. Like I said, it was the most pitiful fucking cow, and like the chain that was hooked to its collar was like microscopic. It was like a chain that you would buy for like a 4-year-old at Claire's, the little fake jewelry shop. Yeah, like a little fucking necklace. Like
the jewelry
plastic.
for tweens.
Yeah, that you would buy for that. It was like the thinnest fucking chain. And so they buddy rush up to this fucking cow, and they set security, and McKenna goes up there, and he unhooks it, and he's like, yeah! And like this cow is so fucking like emaciated that it can barely fucking move. And so it's like slow, like the slowest fucking cow in the world. And it's taken like 3 steps, just moved like 6 inches.
To move.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. You never apologize for that.
I'm so sorry.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And so he fucking takes like 6 inches worth of movement, and they're all like, mission accomplished. And they're all like high-fiving and jumping and stuff. I love it. That's
and I'm
sitting there, I'm just with my hands to my hips. I'm like, where the like, I'm going to shoot this cow with this rocket and take out all of you.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
If we don't start selling shirts with a cow on it saying Operation or What was it?
Operation Liberation.
Liberation. I'm gonna be very upset with us.
And it just says move.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Move out. Maybe we could put like, hey, EP, can you take this down as a note?
Yeah.
We'll put a fucking like cool guy like helmet with nods.
And
rocket.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
Have the rocket slung because the slung broke, and so at that point, like I was carrying it like a briefcase.
I love it.
Like my right hand had my M16 203, and my left hand like down by my knee, just fully extended, was just carrying the fucking rocket like a briefcase.
I love it so much.
Like I was so fucking belligerent.
Ugh.
And then here's the fucking best part.
Oof.
Out of nowhere, this voice cuts through the fucking the air like a fucking knife. Mister, why? And we look over the porch, and the fucking owner of the cow is sitting there in a fucking chair, and he's got his hands up like the shrugging emoji, you know. And I was just like, I hit the fucking button. I was like, McKenna, get that fucking cow back. And like, we're all so fucking shocked at this point that the cow has moved about 10 feet at this.
Right. Well, right.
And so they go after it. That's when the cow runs.
Oh yeah, that's when.
And now the cow's in a full fucking gallop. And these 4 asshole fucking Marines are chasing this cow around in a fucking muddy field while the owner is over there, and he's just like hands up in the air, like.
But why though?
He's like, "This is why we jihad."
Yeah, exactly.
And I walk over there. I'm like, "I am so sorry." Like, and these fucking assholes, like one of them slips in the mud.
It's just like a single tear coming down.
And so they finally corral this cow and like walk it back, and then like hook the little fucking chain that it could easily have broken, even being as fucking skinny as it was, and they hook it back up, and it was just like democracy restored. I was like, that didn't even make sense. It's like America's entire involvement in the Iraq War.
Yeah,
you know?
In a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell. But this guy, he was just like, Mister, why? Because he saw this whole thing unfold.
I love it.
Like a squad of Marines come tactically moving up, and he's like, oh, fuck, like, here we go again. Like, you're going to break all my doors and, fucking bust all the mirrors. Because that one moto video from Fallujah that came out, it was like, see there, get out of my way.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Every fucking dude worth his salt saw that fucking video.
I do remember that one.
And like the dude just muzzle thumps a mirror for no reason.
No reason at all. I do
cool.
remember that. Yeah.
And so every fucking Marine decided that he wanted to be like that. And like the reasoning was always the same. What if it's a 2-way mirror? And there's a murder hole behind it.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like, well, then he would have fucking shot you.
Right, 100%.
Like,
yeah. Congratulations on being dead.
You done, son.
You done, son. Oh my God, I do remember that video.
Yeah, and so just like
EP taking pictures of his junk.
EP should set up an OnlyFans account.
I agree 1,000%.
For those people who want to see his massive dong.
Exactly.
So EP actually, Integrity, he is actually just finding out about this live on the air as we speak now. So I'm going to send him a picture. And so a fan had ordered fucking merchandise, right?
Yeah.
We sell merchandise on our website.
PopSmokeMedia.com.
.com. And so he's just like, so he's like, hey man, like, because I hand sign all the orders and like we put free stickers in there and shit, you know. And he's like, yeah man, just make sure my t-shirt doesn't touch EP Mike's massive dong.
Yeah.
And so I did this fucking
you showed me
like a tracing outline with like a massive hairy dong, and then I signed it EP Mike.
Yeah.
And that wasn't part of the invoice. So EP, can you put this in the YouTube video?
I don't know if you can show that.
It's just a drawing.
Yeah, all right.
We'll blur it and then put it in the YouTube video.
But this is what he sent a fan, EP.
Yeah. So he thinks that you traced your penis and then signed it.
And for those listening, it is just a crudely drawn penis with how do I describe it? Yeah, a lot of top fuzz and then some humble ball hair, but then on the shaft it says EP Mike.
And it's just like, how would you describe like the tip to shaft ratio?
Tip to shaft ratio, it's generous. It's absolutely generous. I feel like a lot of people's heads are more mushroom shaped, and his is just like, it's kind of like a dinosaur, and that it's like
a brachiosaurus.
Yeah, just about to eat some leaves and shit.
Yeah, because that's kind of my inspiration.
Nice.
That's all I can think of is Jurassic Park. Whenever I see his dong,
he does move and hurt.
Life finds a way.
I love it.
Fuck, man, we completely forgot to read the story.
No, I'm gonna let you come back to it because as you are one to do, you skip over stories we're doing with other stories. Granted, they were all good stories, but now we come full circle with this story.
And honestly, you do that as a tactic to ensure that our listeners stay through the whole episode.
That's me looking at the camera, perplexed. It's like my Jim the Office face.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're really missing out on this episode. Or you just EP Mike and just have him send you the best of.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I think that. Oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
EP, can you copyright that? Cool. Right, he's
Thumbs up from EP.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
back to the story. Old dude had this happen. Sent it to me because he wants it on the podcast. Big fan.
Okay, so this chick I'm banging has ratchet pointy claw nails. Wanted to play a little DJ while I was going to Pound Town, and my shit slips out, and her middle finger nail slices the tip of my dick as it accidentally slips out and cuts the front end of my cock hole a bit more open. Driving to the ER as we speak, I'll get a measurement of the hole she created. She was on the rag, so we bled together. How romantic. And then Mike sends him, oof.
as I am one to do.
And then let's look at the time hack here. Okay, so there wasn't a big
fairly
gap.
quick. It was fairly quick, yeah.
If it had been like 12 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. Oof.
Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm golden like a shower. It's literally like maybe a centimeter. She opened it. LOL, you're asking for pictures, aren't you? Bah ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Bah ha ha. LOL, I'm not.
I didn't want pictures.
A picture.
Yeah. And so the video he sent me was them driving to the ER. That was it. I didn't see his actual penis. So
Yeah, no penis. Yeah. I swear.
And that was it.
And then laughing emojis.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
So he wanted that story read on the show because he's a fan, and I thought it was funny enough to read. So what's your initial thoughts from that story, Dan?
Wicka, wicka, wicka. Slim Shady.
Yeah, 100%.
So she was going to a little DJ.
Right.
Yeah, I like it, because, a lot of girls don't climax from penetration.
Sure. Sometimes you need to sing the song of your own people.
Yeah.
For it to really resonate.
Yeah, and just, I have this, super, cherished idea of one day, that I'd like to try. So, I just got done making love to this lady that I care about, right?
Sure.
And we're, maybe in a cabin somewhere. It's romantic and shit,
What's the season?
Fall.
Nice.
Pumpkin spice shit, the candles are pumpkin spice.
Leaves are turning.
Yeah.
Leaves are turning. Ooh, I love
it. Yeah,
it.
now there's candles here. And
we're
in this fucking jacuzzi in this cabin, right?
Oof.
And, we just got done making love.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's her turn. And so we slip into the jacuzzi.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And she's got her back to my chest, and I'm kissing her neck and sucking on her ears, playing with her breasts when she's doing a little DJing work.
Yeah.
And so she gets to stimulate herself the way she wants with me present and supporting her.
Sure.
And then we get pizza.
Oh, that's the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought there'd be more. Well, I don't know what to do with this half chub, so.
Well, see, this story was about pleasing the woman.
And now the chub's gone. We're good.
Which, to be fair, most porn ends with the man comes, And, usually sex is over when the man comes. So it's society is conditioned us to think that that's when sex ends. However, you still need to make an effort to satisfy the girl. And if you just fucking made the big comes in her pussy, you don't want to go down on her.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, unless you're a weirdo.
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
That's pretty disgusting.
And so you need to do something to I feel if she busted out some toys, I'd be okay, I'm gonna hop on some Madden.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
You let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, the Dolphins can lose virtually as I lose in life.
Yeah. And it goes from there.
Fair enough. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, we got a little romantic on this podcast.
Yeah, you did. I didn't like it.
See, this is a show you can listen to with your wife.
Exactly. Yeah, and a lot of people do. They listen as couples, which makes me insanely happy.
Yeah.
That they say they laugh from it, but I feel like they learn from it.
And honestly, I feel if more couples listen to this podcast,
yeah,
there wouldn't be fucking crime in space.
Agreed. If more heterosexual and gay couples listened, no crime in space.
No crime in space.
But yet, here we are.
Because, I'm going to be at the Area 51 raid later on, and now the fucking aliens...
Is that still going?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be there one way or another.
So you're just going to be there?
Yeah, if nothing happens, it's news. If something happens, it's news. Either way, I win.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so now the fucking aliens, know there's crime in space. That shit hit the fucking space blotter. Mm-hmm. The space first sergeant.
Space blotter, yeah.
He's just like, oh, fuck, man. Like,
this liver brief's going to suck.
yeah, fuck, man. Like, hope none of you had plans this weekend.
That's right. Yeah. All lesbians have duty.
It just like space fucking co-host Mike just slams his cover.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, fuck.
Supernova. Which is what he calls his orgasms.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
The old supernova.
The old star collapsing.
Yep, the old Death Star.
So, on a not so
perverted note.
Yeah, I get distracted. So, last episode, for the clean episode, I wanted to answer you guys' questions that I asked for on the Instagram page, but we didn't get to it because we crushed it by being clean and not answering questions like bosses. So, we are going to answer some of these questions now.
I kind of like secretly answered the leadership.
Nope. Well, okay, the leadership one, that's fine. But I feel like it's not fair to you guys. So, I'm going to let Dan pick out any of these questions and we'll both answer. Oh, how about this? You pick one, then I'll pick one, and we'll do like 4 or 5.
Okay. Have you ever worked with Canadian forces? If so, how did they handle? Well, they had dirty dangles, bros.
Yeah.
Solid Letterkenny reference.
Absolutely.
Which, if you haven't seen our Instagram, we got a shout out from Derry.
Yeah, that's legendary.
Yeah, from famed show Letterkenny.
Letterkenny, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and he says the SmokePit podcast.
He does. And if you're not watching Letterkenny, then
correct yourself.
I love it. Didn't even need to point.
And yeah, so I worked with some Canadian militaries. Man, the girls are hot.
It's almost unfair because I know we touched on this a couple episodes ago.
Touched on it already.
We touched all right. You know what I'm talking about?
You feel me?
You know what I'm talking about. A boot. We touched on it because like
I thought you said a boot as like you were calling EP a boot.
Well, I mean technically, yeah.
But you meant about.
Yeah.
But you're just saying it in Canadian.
Thank you for explaining my joke. Nothing makes somebody who makes jokes feel as good as somebody explaining it for them.
Well, I had to explain it to myself.
Oh, okay. That makes me feel even more
and
sad.
For our listeners.
Our listeners are very bright, so I feel like they picked
I
up
know,
on it.
and even they couldn't understand.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boom roasted. We've had a little bit to drink.
Any fucking way. Yeah, we have. And I'm getting over a sickness, so
For the thickness.
For the thick.
What?
Mainly mucus.
You're gonna listen to this episode later and be like, what the fuck? EP, why'd you let us do this?
Why did you let us do 2 episodes in one night? One clean, one dirty.
Speaking of clean.
Woof, okay.
If you want to look clean and stylish, you should use Combat Combover.
I agree completely.
And use our discount code.
Cream pie.
Fucking cream pie.
Fucking cream pie. Just cream pie, not
just cream pie.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah.
And you save yourself some money. Like, ladies, they just came out with this new scent called Gun Bunny. They're actually making a real fucking pumpkin spice scented pomade.
Yes, they are, yeah.
In September. So check that out. If you wear a bun, if you're in our ROTC program, big shout out to our ROTC program in Pittsburgh. A lot of fucking support from there.
I feel like you're biased, but okay.
Well, maybe a little biased.
I like it,
but if we're going to talk about bias, like we could talk about being biased.
We'll talk about it. I can talk about it.
So check that out. Also check out StrikeforceEnergy.com.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Energy supplements and liquid packets that go in your beer, your water, your butthole, whatever you want.
I do not recommend the butthole, but if you're going to do it, full sin, fuck it.
Yeah, just send us, well, not us, send EP Mike a video.
EP Mike it, yeah.
And use our discount code SmokePit.
Yes.
Do we have any other sponsors that we're forgetting?
I mean, I feel like you touched on them.
Yeah, we did grill your ass off.
We're good.
We got the Kiowa beer up here from Young Veterans Brewery.
Yeah.
I
think we're good.
Yeah, I think that's all they paid up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. All the other sponsors have not paid us. So,
so use their competitor shit. No, I'm kidding.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the Canadian forces were, they were definitely cool, and the thought, the process that like you think of Canadians as like very mild mannered and stuff like that, and then you look over and they have like beards and they're high.
Yeah.
And like tattoos and hot women.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, Like, I probably should have joined the Canadian military. That'd be fucking dope, man.
100,000 million% yes.
Yeah. And then also, like, the dude with, like, the longest record for the sniper shot. EP, can you look that up? I'm pretty sure he's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
He like fucking crushed the old record.
I want to say something obscure like Polish.
I think it's Canadian.
Okay.
If it's not the current one, it was like the one before that.
Okay. I'm sure they're on the board, but
yeah,
I don't know about
EP's looking it up now.
The most recent, yeah.
And so, like, beyond that, like, there's, they have a lot of proficiency, a lot of battle experience, and they may have not deployed as many people as we have, but the guys that did deploy got some.
No, I agree. Every experience I've had with Canadian forces has been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, and it's I've worked with a lot of foreign military, and honestly, like, I can only say, like, RPs in the Navy are the ones I don't like. They're just really unprofessional.
Listen. Yeah, you're
just
right.
Usually drunk.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there's just this one.
EP, what you got?
Canadian. The name was JTF-2 Sniper.
So he was a JTF
Right.
2 sniper. Yeah. No, that's not his name.
No, it's not his name
That's
at
the
all.
unit. That's very
A joint task force, maybe.
yeah. JTF.
Like, there's a lot of things I could have been.
Yeah, and those guys don't exactly publicize who they are.
Right, yeah, because they're professionals.
Okay. I could go on fucking Amazon right now and find 37 fucking books written by so-called professionals on the first page alone.
I don't want to talk about it.
And our book's going to be there soon.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, so the current longest sniper shot, how long was it? It's held by a Canadian, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck, eh?
Yeah, fucking A.
Yeah, my dad was born in Ontario, and which I can't remember if Ontario or Ottawa is the city in the province. I think it's Ontario or Ottawa.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and
3,871 yards.
3,871 yards.
And that was a kill shot?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this dude was almost a fucking mile away.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what a mile is, but I'm assuming
It's more than a mile, I feel.
EP, what's a mile?
In yards.
Yeah, in yards.
Don't make us look stupid, please.
Please don't.
We're learned doctors.
Oh, I think a mile is like 1,700 yards and like 3,000 some odd feet.
I'm not going to comment. I've been drinking.
1,760 yards.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, Dan.
And you said it was 3,000 yards?
Yeah, 3,780 yards.
That shit was a mile and a half away, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine just sitting there fucking a goat and somebody a mile and a half away fucking ends your life?
I can't. On the
Okay, so
many
imagine
levels.
sitting there fucking a fat chick and somebody a mile and a half away ends your life.
Seems rude.
I'm already going through some shit here.
Yeah, I'm clearly not well.
Yeah, I got a belly full of white dog shit. You put this on me?
So Canadian forces, A-okay.
I like it.
Yeah. We have a lot of questions here, so I wanted to round it out. So you did that one. Let's see. If we don't get to your question, I'm sorry. There's a lot here. The kid's wearing that. Nope.
Because I think you can respond to questions like individually now.
You
right?
can, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have EP go through there and shoot some responses.
So if you get a direct response, it's from EP, not us.
Yeah, and if it's just really weird.
Okay, here's a good one.
All right.
Tips on how to be the best corpsman you can be on the green side.
No, I feel like one of us is a subject matter expert on this, and it would be me.
There, thank God. Thank you. I was about to say, trying to catch hands. What's up?
Instant hands.
Yeah.
So to be a good greenside corpsman, the first thing you have to remember is you are greenside.
Yeah.
So the whole idea of trying to play both sides of the fence for whatever your benefit is, you're going to get called out on it, and you're going to get resented. I mean, granted, it's an easier, more comfortable life, but if you really want the respect of your Marines, you need to be there with them for PT. You need to be there for the gear inspections. You need to understand that camaraderie is built through shared suffering. And if you're always getting out of the suffering, it's going to be harder to build that camaraderie.
Oh, very much so.
And at the end of the day, like, your ass is just as vulnerable on patrol as everybody else's. And when you're in a firefight or you're about to do a raid or something, one of the biggest comforts is knowing that if you get hit, someone will come for you.
Doc is not bulletproof.
Yeah. And so, if you're a corpsman and you get hit, like, if you're always fucking being a shitbag,
yeah,
like, you might have that little, like, oh, fuck, like, is anyone coming for me moment?
100%.
And so, like, you want to build that camaraderie. You want to be on the hikes. You want to be on the runs. And, that's part of the reason why FMF corpsmen have so much respect, is the fact that they didn't go through Paris Island. They didn't go through MCD San Diego. MCDP, no. MCRD?
MCRD.
Yeah. They didn't go through MCRD San Diego, but they still, they still march out with the boys, you know. And before they changed it, corpsmen used to wear the EGA on their Marpats.
Yep.
Then they updated it so that they had the Navy logo.
They still do.
Yeah, a lot of corpsmen still wear the EGA. Their just name tape just says Navy.
Yeah, that's it.
And their fucking helmets, they have the fucking EGA stamped on it, you know? And so the fact that, even though you didn't earn the title through the same avenue, you still get the respect of being a Marine, and you still get treated like one of the boys.
100%.
So, like, if you're going to be a good Greenside corpsman, fucking be a Greenside corpsman. If you want to be fucking lazy, and then don't fucking be Greenside, because at the end of the day, like, we're infantry Marines. Like, they don't send us to fun places. They don't send us to fucking nice places. Like, I read a fucking article. Actually, this has been a long time coming, okay?
I feel like I'm going to be attacked. I don't know why.
Oh, you will be attacked.
Let's go.
Okay, so there's this fucking thing that I was just going through my fucking news feed, and Valerie Insenia, or whatever her name is, wrote an article about how denied hot meals and interior toilets, U.S. airmen prepare for the fog of war. I was like, bitch!
When was it?
That came out today. Like, that was my life.
Yeah, no, I got
shat
it.
in a hole.
I got it.
I pooped outside more than any adult man should.
Again, been there, done that. I truly try to give every branch, every job the benefit of the doubt, but come on, man.
You're just asking for it.
I know.
And so it's a rough fucking life, you know?
Yeah, no, it is.
And so don't fucking, there's literally a poster saying, we didn't promise you a rose garden.
Right. One of the most famous ones, yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, I had a buddy of mine who came into town this last weekend, and we were talking about that. Like, he got to the Marine Corps, and, like, he was very jaded and disillusioned with the whole process. Like, he showed up, he got treated like shit, but the thing was, is, like, he didn't know anything about the Marine Corps. Right. It was just kind of like one of those spur-of-the-moment things, like, oh, well, I am in a situation in life where I want to join the military. Maybe I need to, maybe I have to, maybe I don't, like, whatever the case is. Walked in a recruiter's office, signed up, and got to boot camp, and, like, you get really disrespected.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think there was a documentary called Making Marines.
Yeah.
And there's a little fucking female. She's like, they treat us like caged animals. And she's crying. It's like, well, what the fuck do you expect?
Now she's a gunny.
Fucking, you mean next sergeant major of the Marine Corps?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Not going down that.
Yeah, I was about to say, wow, what a pause.
Yeah. I was about to get really fucking
I know. I was
bitter.
Like, jeez, we don't have that much time left.
Yeah, I was about to get real fucking bitter.
Yeah.
And because the fact of the matter is that I do have female friends who serve that don't deserve that disrespect.
10,000%.
Yeah,
I know female door kickers, like, legitimately. Yeah.
Like, there's females out there who don't deserve the disrespect that I was about to give to the females that sleep with superiors and use their looks for favorite. Like, how do you get nominated for, like, awards and boards and shit when your quals are subpar? Yeah. Like, that makes that okay. Like, you know what I mean?
No, we got it.
However, so you get treated like a fucking caged animal. You don't even get to use pronouns. You can't say I. It's this recruit. Yep. And the whole fucking the idea that they need to break you down to build you up. Yeah. And so, like, when you join the military, you have to expect to be disrespected. Granted, I feel that there's a line where anything that they do needs to be for a reason. You shouldn't just haze your subordinates because it's the cool guy thing to do. It's because it's what happened to you. It's because what you think should happen. Yeah. There should be a purpose behind it. 100%. There's absolutely no fucking reason why there should be a Marine doing fucking mountain climbers with a gas mask on in the shower with the hot water while his seniors pour bleach on him on the floor. No fucking reason for that.
Unless they're doing it with them.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But still, like, absolutely no fucking reason for that.
You're right.
Like, if you want to have them at the fucking front-leaning rests, like, that's one thing. But, like, why don't you bleach? Like, like, that's... If you want to take them on a run, and, like you said, doing it with them, like, that's one of the things that I always fucking tried to do, is that, like, I would never ask anybody to do something that I haven't done myself. Or I wouldn't be willing to do with them. 100%. And so, if my squad pissed me off, I'm going to fucking slay those nasty pigs. Yeah. Like... I'm getting slayed too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm being denied my free time. I'm not being like, hey, team leaders, take them on a run, and then going and fucking banging my girl. Yeah. Like, I'm there with them, and so that's the idea that, like, if you're going to join that establishment, then fucking join it completely.
Man up, bro.
My turn.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Canadian military?
Yeah, just so many Canadian questions.
Best overseas place to be stationed or visit. What would you say?
For me, it's Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah?
10,000%. It's so much fun. Yeah, EP's nodding, but it's so much fun, man. If you've never been to South Korea, definitely make a trip. It's incredible.
I've never been.
It's awesome. Let's go.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to be homeless soon. So.
Yeah, right, yeah. About to live in South Korea.
Yeah.
No, it's honestly like those vibes, especially like downtown Seoul. Like, it's like New York City busy and like lively, but everybody's polite. That's the only difference. Like, everybody's helpful because you can obviously tell you're American. Yeah. And like South Koreans are just like, they're helpful. They're like, you want to get drunk? Like, let's get drunk. Like,
nice.
And there's nothing malicious or anything behind it. It's just good people.
Yeah, I was in New York City not so long ago visiting the Task and Purpose headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great meeting with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just walking down the street, minding my own fucking business, and like I like look up, and there's like 6 guys in front of me, and they all have matching shirt that says "Kill the White Devil."
Oof.
And they're all like pointing and yelling at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Fair.
Okay.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Like, I respect the confidence. Like, I'm going to go this way.
Trying to get by.
just trying to live my life, you know?
Excuse me.
You fought 2 wars, you know? Like,
exactly.
No reason. Because you're still over there. Yeah, so I would have to say the best place to go overseas is fucking combat, you fucking war-dodging fucks.
God. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
War dodging. That's fair.
No, like I remember this fucking NCO showed up, and he was like one of those dudes that like he got sent to some billet, you know, and he wasn't like deploying, and like he did whatever, and then he comes to the schoolhouse that I was at, and he was always like real fucking cocky and arrogant, you know. He's like one of those like 300 PFTers, you know. And like I remember one day he spoke out of his mouth sideways to me. And he was just like, yeah, man, well, fucking sharp. Maybe if you did this, you'd have a higher score on your PT. And I was like, well, first of all, my PT score is first class.
Right, yeah.
Like,
that's literally, that's all
like,
they want.
Yeah, like, if you're going to have separate, you know, like, it's not a pass or fail. You have first class, second class, third class. Mm-hmm. I have a first class PFT.
Yeah.
And I was like, secondly, if you hadn't spent your entire career dodging the war, you know, maybe you wouldn't have as much time to work out. And like everybody fucking lost their shit.
He was running away from the war. His 3 mile was so good.
Like, you don't have a car, so you have to run everywhere.
I love it. God, I love it. I love car jokes. Yeah, it's like it.
It's combat action driven for those who don't know
or don't have.
Or if you're in the army, a cab. You gotta take a
cab
place.
or a CIB.
Yeah, Kib Cab.
Yeah, Kib Cab. The old Kib Cab.
Yeah, it sounds like Jib Jab. Like, I forgot what TV show that was.
Jib Jab.
Yeah, it was like,
what is that from?
I want to say Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know that's not right.
No, it's not it. That's not it at all.
I think my brain does the Sherlock Holmes things. Was like, if I eliminate everything that it's not, all that can remain is what it is.
It is not elementary.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I'm going to start with Buffy.
Yeah.
And it's like the Golden Girls. Nope.
Yep. Blanche never said that.
Wheel of Fortune. Nope. Jeopardy.
Possibly.
Alex Trebek is cancer-free now.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that on the news today.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. What is relief?
But see, the thing is before he got cancer, nobody liked him.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it's everybody thought he was like, oh, I host the show.
That's his most appealing quality.
And so, like, he'd be like, so what insurrection sparked a 2% decline in the value of wool? And the guy was like, the insurrection of Beijing 2000 or like 1913. He's like, actually, it was 1912. I love it.
That's his whole prestigious thing. Even though he doesn't know any of these answers himself, that's my favorite part about him.
And then the Saturday Night Live fucking bits were golden.
They were great.
Like, there's a reason he was the butt of the joke.
Of course.
You know, like.
But he also came on as himself, so he's in on the joke. Yeah. Which I always appreciate people doing that.
Yeah, Will Ferrell played Janet Reno.
Yeah.
I forgot what job she had, but she got made fun of a lot.
Yeah.
And it was she was a larger woman, so Will Ferrell, like, in drag was supposed to be like mocking her. And I don't think Will Ferrell was in on this joke. He's up there doing his bit, and she literally comes crashing through the wall like a Kool-Aid man.
Yep.
Like, in the same outfit he's wearing. It was one of the funniest fucking moments.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And so one of the best things I fucking saw on that was the thing was, like, because they had the Sean Connery guy. I think it was Daryl Hannah, the guy who played Bill Clinton.
Daryl Hammond, yeah.
Yeah, Daryl Hammond?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a bit of an SNL snob.
I'm a comedy snob for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and so it was just like, what sounds do a dog make? And Sean Connery was like, 7.
Yeah.
He's like, that is a number.
Yeah.
It's like, and like, doo, doo, doo. Okay, so we would have accepted bark, woof, or rough. rough like your mother likes it.
That's right. Yeah, just like your mother likes a Trebek.
It was glorious.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say out of all the places that I've been overseas that were military, I thought Rota was really cool.
Oh, Road to Spain. Yeah.
Yeah, I got there and there was an awesome festival going on, so I might be a little biased.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody had a fucking bottle.
I love it.
And like everybody was willing to give you a swig, but I was like, oh no, I don't want mouth candy.
Right. Exactly. Such a bad attitude.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what's in that. I don't know what you have. Like,
No,
I'm trying to catch cooties.
Road is definitely dope.
But so then I just bought my own bottle, from a licensed vendor, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. He seemed reputable.
Yeah, with his eye patch,
right?
His golden teeth, Mister, you Alibaba, and he's like, you got me.
It's the same guy.
Yeah,
like,
just runs off, dives into the ocean,
jumps on his cow.
But see, the cool thing about that was it wasn't necessarily the city itself. It was almost like most of your one night stands, where when I woke up the next day and I was a little hungover, it was not as attractive as I thought it was the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Glorious night, morning not so much. And but the train, or like there was a train or a bus that I took to Sevilla where they filmed the Kingdom of Dorne and Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. I got attacked by a peacock. That was my own fault. That was my own fault.
I believe that. Yeah.
I'll take ownership of that.
Fair.
And so it was beautiful. And then from there, I took a fucking bus to Portugal, a $20 flight to Paris. I did 8 countries, 18 cities in 21 days. And I barely spent $1,500 on the whole thing. And it was just glorious. So, like, just the idea of when you're in Europe, travel is so much cheaper. So, like, if you get a chance to go overseas, just go anywhere.
I love it. I'm with it.
So, you got any other final thoughts before we close out?
No, that's it. Obviously, there's more questions. Sorry if we didn't get to yours, but there's a lot. No, just I love you guys who listen and watch and rate and review and all that stuff. So,
yeah, if you wouldn't mind doing us a favor, go to MikeCreampiedMe.com and purchase some of our products.
It is a real website, unfortunately.
And leave a 5-star review.
Yeah.
On our podcasting app on iTunes. If you have Spotify or anything else, please share it with a friend. We really appreciate it. Give us any feedbacks you have, because the only way we can grow, the only way we can get better is with your support.
It's very true.
Anything else?
I'm good. EP, you good?
So actually, we're going to bring EP on a little bit, so that way he can kind of give us his reflective thoughts on the episode.
Yeah, I agree.
We've been meaning to do this for a while, but we got a little sidetracked.
Yep.
And he's fixing his hair now.
Fixing his hair.
Yeah, and so this motherfucker, we were recording a promo with him to kind of explain that the last episode was a bit canned. And it was, because it's supposed to be posted on the Marine Net, which is like the Army equivalent of AKO.
Yep.
It's supposed to, be a clean version for distribution. Because at the end of the day, like, we want to entertain, but we also want to advocate and educate.
Sure. And
so the larger platforms we have, the better we can do that. And so EP Mike was recording a promo kind of explaining that. Because, like, if you're, looking for suicide and cream pies, like, there was none to be found in that episode.
None.
And so, like, all right, you ready? And he's like, oh, well, I don't know if I want to wear this piece of shit. And, like, you're wearing the tank top.
He's wearing the Pop Smoke tank top.
Yeah. And I was like,
so
what
funny.
the fuck?
I'm going to be caught dead in this piece of garbage.
that I'm currently wearing.
And
asking other people to buy. No, but it is a good-looking tank top. It's got the nomenclature on there for the smoke grenade. And the funny thing about that is, can you turn towards me just a little bit? So the beginning of the second part of it, it says 67 kilo. And I was actually talking to an ammo head, and he said that was the year that smoke grenade was made.
Nice. So
it was a war dodger. He missed Vietnam. Am I right? When did Vietnam end? EP? We're putting him to work this show.
We are, as we fucking should.
As we should.
I feel like he just sits there and collects all the glory and the girls for himself, and we're just over here just spouting our...
April 30th, 1975.
April 30th, 1975.
75?
Yeah, it started in the 60s.
Oh, wow. I belay my last.
Yeah, that was rough.
I'm going to say parade rest for
you. Look ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Actually,
oh my God, I swear to God.
Jesus Christ, you're correcting yourself.
1955 is when the Vietnam War started.
55?
It ended April 30th, 1975.
So when was the fall of Saigon? I'm going to go ahead and stop this timer here.
Yeah.
So you're not paying for anything after this, so if it's bad content, don't give us a bad review.
It's true.
Because the episode's over now. This is just the epilogue.
Yeah.
This is just behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
Yeah.
April 30th, 1975.
The Fall of Saigon was in 75. So it wasn't a war dodger.
This is all very rough.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
All right, EP, you ready to come up here and talk to the masses?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes. So, how's it going, everybody? EP Mike here. I was told to come on here and talk about the reflections of the episode. Pretty good episode. Dan talked about his time in Iraq, about releasing a cow. So that's good for Chick-fil-A right there. Chick-fil-A sandwiches are the best. That is pretty funny. You think about it, a cow in a fucking war zone, like out of nowhere, you're in the middle of a shithole, and then like a random cow is sitting there with some Alibaba guy. He's like, "No, Mister, my cow. No, I'm sorry." But it's a really good, really good story, and then Mike's stories, especially the guy who messages the page. Was it the page or was it you personally?
It was me personally.
It was you personally. Okay, I can't fucking imagine that shit. Getting your fucking dick cold cut like that. Like, what the hell? Like, can you imagine going to the goddamn ER? I do it to you guys all the time. It's all good. So, like, can you imagine going to the fucking ER and then walking in and you're like, "Hey, what's wrong with you? My fucking dick hole's cut." Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? And then the nurse comes in and they're like, "Oh, let me see it." Wait, she's a hot nurse. You're kind of fucked. You're like, shit, and you get a boner, and there's like you have 2 holes. So how do you fix that? Is it like fucking stitches? Like, do you have to stitch this shit up? Like, here's a big fucking needle. Let me numb the shit out of it in your fucking dick. And then like, how would you masturbate with that? Like, it's numb. Like, can you imagine that? Like, just fucking masturbating with that fucking dick, and after you get stitches. Like, the fuck is that shit? Like, hey, shout out to you. I hope your dick's okay. I mean, mine's like twice as big probably, but I really do. I hope you're healing well, and I hope stitches are good, and you don't get syphilis. Anyways, so the round of the episode, is good. Like we were saying, we did a clean episode last week. For the Marine Net, which is really they're helping us out, push us out. Really appreciate that. And we're on the Smoke Pit. We do educate. Well, not me. I just sit there and push buttons all day. But Daniel and Mike do educate you guys for anything related to suicide or to like cream pies. So anyways, guys, honestly, it's always a good time to hear them talk, and
Take it off.
Take what off?
Everything.
I'm too fat. I'm just kidding. I'll take it off if you want me to. I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Fuck it. All right, let's go. So, anyways, I know I'm a tattoo virgin, so I don't have any tattoos. If you want to complain, fuck you. So I do actually have a farmer's stand from the awesome fucking tank top here. You can buy on popsmokemedia.com. Get merch. So it's some good stuff, guys. And like I said, we couldn't do this without you guys. We really couldn't. It's honestly, we have a good time every week. We spend 2 hours talking about what we're going to talk about, and like 45 minutes actually, shooting the shit. So that's just like the Smoke Pit, but you don't have like 3 hours in the Smoke Pit. You have like 15, but we make it into 45 for you guys to enjoy. So, closing thoughts. Thank you guys for joining us this week. Really do appreciate it. Like I said, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Alexa, SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook. Please go check out Facebook and YouTube. A lot of people ask, where can we find the video? We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Pop Smoke. You can look up the Smoke Pit podcast on both platforms, and you'll see us. Because, we see people saying that all the time. You only get like 11 viewers per episode. I'm just kidding. We get a lot more than that. But I'm just saying, people ask all the time where you can find the video. On the Instagram for like a clip, or you can find it on YouTube or Facebook. So I have 9 seconds left. I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys very much, and that's a wrap.